As a Filipino, you might be wondering, what is our history? In this video, we are going to explain all about Philippine history. The first topic that we are going to talk about is, where did the name Philippines come from? The Republic of the Philippines was named Las Islas Filipinas, named after the King Philip II of Spain in 1543. The Republic of the Philippines is a nation with 7,107 islands with a total area of 307,055 square kilometers and is located at the Pacific Rim of the Southeast Asia region. The official language of the Republic of the Philippines is Filipino, which is based from the Tagalog dialect with some mixture of English words. There are a lot of dialects in the Philippines, including the 7 to 8 main dialects which are derived from the Malay languages. 3 dialects are the national importance: Cebuano for the southern islands, Ilocano for the north, and Tagalog in the national capital region. National symbols have been emphasized since the independence of the Philippines to create a sense of nationhood. The Philippine eagle, which is the second largest eagle in the world, is named as a national bird of the Philippines. Dr. Jose Rizal is considered as our national hero. The flag is represented by 2 colors, which is blue when the country is at peace and red is when the country is at war. The second topic that we are going to discuss is about the history and the ethnic relation of the early Filipinos. The first people that settled in our country are called Negritos, which arrived 25,000 years ago. In 1380, the propagation of Islam began in Sulu and some parts of Mindanao Islands. Ferdinand Magellan arrived in Philippines in March 15, 1521. Contrary to the popular belief that Magellan had planned to go here in the Philippines, he came here by accident in hopes of finding the Spices Island. After Ferdinand Magellan died, Miguel Lopez de Legazpi arrived in the Philippines in 1564 to consolidate the power of Spain. They designated Manila as a capital in 1572, and Roman Catholic religions began to order to Christianize all the population, but the Sulu and some parts of the Mindanao remained a Muslim state. After the 333 years of Spanish colonization in our country, the United States bought our country by $20 million under the Treaty of Paris. After the American colonization, the second country that colonizes us is Japan, which ruled in 1942 up until 1944. After all the colonization that the Philippines have been through, the Republic of the Philippines attained its independence at July 4, 1946. As the desire for independence grew, a national flag was created, national heroes emerged, and national anthem was written. A national language was designated in 1936, and national costumes were established. For our ethnic relation, 95% of the country's population came from Malay ancestry. The other identifiable group is of Chinese ancestry. Sino-Filipinos are envied for the success of business. Approximately 2 million residents are considered as a minority groups protected by our government. People whose skin is darker are considered to be less capable, less intelligent, and less beautiful from the others.
I will fight for my home. I will free my people. I will cooperate to restore peace. I will be the voice of the citizens with my mother tongue.
My Nike shoes is looking slick! Purple heart, arigato. A. Good Lord! What is that abomination? Make the child stop, please. It's hurting my honor. Are you guys my ancestors? Sick, bro! I like your feather pen. This is a quill, young one. I wrote it to express my concern about the Japanese spirit. Hey! You look like that costume from Buenang Wika. Very epic, dude! Buenang Wika? There's a month dedicated for our mother tongue? This is like a hard work paid, boys! Baby shark. Well, most of our hard work. Why is he acting like that? Skirt! It'll take time. After all, we encountered a lot of invasions.
Now, let's move on to architecture, urbanism, and the use of space. Do you know that the architecture of islands shows Spanish influence? Spanish brick churches was built during the colonial era dominates the towns. Those churches were large and different from traditional construction. Seaports and government center had larger proportion of Spanish buildings with wide verandas and tiled roofs. Traditional houses from rural areas are nipahans, constructed of bamboo, and roofed with leaves from palm trees or corrugated metals. Cinder blocks are the most commonly building material used. The blocks are plastered and painted from the inside and outside when funds permit. Plasters add decorative touches to the exterior. Older houses have their so-called dirty or open kitchen for food preparation. On the other hand, newly or larger houses will designate a room for the dirty kitchen in contrast for the clean kitchen, which utensils are stored. Now, let's move on to food in daily life. Do you know that Filipino will not consider it a meal if there is no rice? Plain steamed rice is considered as the basis of diet. As long as there is rice. Honey, I'm home! I brought you some ice cream! Finally! I'm starving! Starving? But this is for dessert! Well, what are you waiting for? I'm hungry, give me a scoop! But that's not how it works. Did I stutter? Another thing is that Filipino food is not spicy. All food is cooked on gas burners, or wood, or charcoal fires, and it is allowed to get cold before it is eaten. Table knives are not used. Forks and spoons are used for dining. Breakfast is served at 6 a.m. and consists of food from night before. Small buns called pandesal may be purchased from vendors early in the morning. Lunch is a light meal with rice and one other dish, often a fish or a stew. Fish, pork, or chicken is served at dinner with a soup made of lentils or vegetables. At mid-morning and in the afternoon, people eat merienda. Fruits are abundant all year. Fruit salad with coconut milk and condensed milk are very popular during special occasions. Vegetables are included as part of a soup or a stew. Thus, green beans or potatoes are commonly eaten foods. The leaves of the kamote or the sweet potatoes are used as salad or soup ingredient. Halo-halo, which means mixture, is the most popular dessert and it's composed of the layers of corn kernels, ice cream, small pieces of gelatin, cornflakes, and shaved ice. Fast food chains has become part of the culture with national and international chains in the town. Let's now move on to food customs and ceremonial occasions. Lechon, a suckling pig that has been roasted until the skin would form a hard brown crust, is also served on special occasions. While the blood drained from the pig is used to make the so-called dinuguan. Sticky rice is prepared with coconut milk and sugarcane syrup wrapped in banana leaves. Glutinous rice is grown especially for use of this traditional dessert. Gin and beer are available for men and it is accompanied by balut or a duck egg with an embryo.
Now let's move on to the topic of gender roles and statuses. Traditional roles prevail in rural areas, where men cultivate the land, but families are involved in planting and harvesting the crops. In urban areas, men work in construction, machine upkeep, and drivers of passenger vehicles, while women work as clerks, teachers, sari-sari store owners, or healthcare providers. The second topic is the relative status of men and women. While families desire male children, females are welcome to supply help in the house and provide a home for the elderly. Women's rights to equality and to share the family inheritance with male siblings are firmly established and not questioned. The eldest daughter is expected to become an OSW to provide money for the education of younger siblings and the needs of the aging family members. Let us now go to the topic, etiquette. People believe that it is one's duty to keep things operating smoothly. Being corrected or correcting another person in public is not considered acceptable behavior. People want to grant all requests, so they say yes when they mean no or maybe. When one is asked to join a family for a meal, the offer must be refused. If the invitation is extended a second time, it is permissible to accept. Time consciousness and time management are not important considerations. A planned meeting can take later, much later, or never. Filipinos walk hand in hand with relatives or friends or either sex as a sign of affection and friendship. Women are expected not to cross their legs or drink alcohol in public. People pride themselves on hospitality. It is of the highest importance to recognize the positions and use full titles and full names when referring or introducing to people. Non-verbal language, such as pointing to an object with one's lips, is a key element in communication. Now I will be showing you a short skit interpreting the hospitality of the Filipinos. Oh, kumare! Hello! Hey, I'm here to get my soup pot back. Oh yes, of course! Come in, it's inside. Come on, we're just eating lunch. Oh, that's alright. I can come some other time. Nonsense! We're not strangers! Come in! Okay. Oh hey! Come eat with us! No, that's alright. I wouldn't want to eat banana with rice? The wife said we had to save because Junior over here had an overdose with his computer games. The electricity bill wasn't a pretty sight. It wasn't my fault! I was about to rank up but my teammates were... Silence, child! Eat the banana. Let the adults do the talking. Anyways, come eat with us. Oh, that's not necessary. I just want to get my soup pot back. Come on now, it's really good. I just wanted to get my pot back.
Marriage, family, and kinships. Marriage. Marriage is a civil ceremony that is conducted by city offices. A religious ceremony also is performed. Principal sponsors are friends and relatives who have positions of influence in the community. Members of the wedding party are secondary sponsors who do not have to provide funds. Arranged marriages have not been part of Filipino life. Divorce is illegal, but annulment is available for the dissolution of marriage. Reasons for annulment include physical incapacity, physical violence, or pressure to change one's religious or political beliefs. Interfaith marriages are rare. The extended family is the most important societal unit, especially for women. One child remains in the family home to take care of the parents and grandparents. Indigent relatives live in the family circle and provide the household and childcare help. Young people may work their way through college by exchanging work for room and board. Family bonds are so close that nieces and nephews are referred to as one's own children, and cousins are referred to as sisters and brothers. Inheritance laws are based on those in the United States. These laws provide that all children acknowledged by a father, whether formed in or out of wedlock, share equally in the estate. Females share equally with males. Because of the closeness of the immediate family, all familial ties are recognized. Anyone who is remotely related is known as a cousin. Indigenous tribes live in clan groups. Marriage into another clan may mean that the individual is considered dead to his or her clan. People have a strong sense of belonging to a place. New Year's Day is more of a family holiday than Christmas. It is combined with Rizal Day on the 30th of December to provide time for people to go to province. Midnight on New Year's Eve brings an outburst of firecrackers and gunfire from randomly aimed firearms. Independence Day on 12th of June celebrates freedom from Spanish rule. Labor Day is celebrated on May 1st. Sino-Filipinos celebrate the Chinese New Year, which is not a national holiday, in January or February. In Manila, fireworks and parades take place throughout Chinatown. Happy New Year, Kuya! I'm glad you came. Welcome back home. Come meet mom, dad, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa. This is really a lot of family members for a very small house. Blood is thicker than water, but the house ain't thick enough for everyone. Anything is possible if you believe in yourself. I don't think that's how things work. Besides, at the end of the day, we're family. We have each other's back. We can depend on one another like we used to, Kuya. Well, at least that's a good insight of things. Everyone! Uncle is lighting up the fireworks! Oh no! Why oh no? Family stampede! Family what? I forgot about that. Not much really changed when you left the house. I can see that. But we do miss you. I know OFW stuff is hard work. Not gonna lie, I miss the chaos around here.
Hi, I'm Sheikha and I will be talking about religion in the Philippines. The Philippines is the only Christian nation in Asia. More than 85% of the people are Roman Catholic. Protestant missionaries arrived in 1901. They followed the Catholic example of establishing hospitals, clinics, and private schools. Sunni Muslim Constitute is the largest non-Catholic group. They live in Mindanao and Sulu, but they migrated to other provinces. Freedom of religion is guaranteed by the Constitution. Non-Catholic do not object Catholic symbols or prayers in public venues. Each barangay has a patron saint. The saint's day is celebrated by a fiesta, which includes a religious ceremony. Large amount of food is served in each house. Religious leaders are powerful figures. Friends and relatives from other barangays are invited to go house to house to enjoy the food. Local priests and ministers are so highly requested that requests from them take on the power of mandates. Clerics take an active role in the secular world. For example, Brother Andrew Gonzalez, he is the current secretary of DECS. Faith healers cure illness through prayer or touch. Psychic healers operate without using scalpels or drawing blood. Sites where miracles have taken place draw large crowds during Sundays or feast days. Easter is the most important Christian observance. Special events take place on Good Friday. A 24-hour vigil is held at the deceased person's home. Afterwards, the body is escorted to the cemetery after the religious ceremony. Mourning is worn for 6 weeks after the death of a family member. A meal or party is provided by family members and close friends 1 year after the burial to commemorate the deceased. Hey guys, it's my birthday today. Come by, we have food.
Sweet! Free food!
Happy birthday. But I think I'll pass.
Pass? Free food?
Well, I usually never get to eat anything but cake when it comes to these kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, forgot. You're allergic to pork, aren't you?
What? No, I'm a Muslim.
How am I supposed to know that?
Are you for real right now? We've been friends for 10 years.
Hey, don't blame me. I don't even remember your name. I don't even know that guy yet. I'm getting free food.
I'm right here.
Happy birthday!
Anyways, you don't have to worry. I learned from last year's party. You can literally eat anything back there. Really? Yeah, man, definitely. It's pork free. I'm vegan now.
Come again?
Yep. Everything at the party is either vegetables or soy.
Well, I think my mom is calling me. Happy birthday, though.
Yeah. I'm not gonna complain. I finally get to eat.
Now, let's talk about arts and humanities. First, we'll discuss about the support for the arts. The government provides support for institutions such as the National Museum in Manila. Libraries exist in colleges and universities. Non-governmental organizations preserve the folk heritage of the indigenous groups. Second is the literature. Literature is based on the oral traditions of folklore, the influence of the church, and Spanish and American literature. Filipino written literature became popular in the mid-19th century as the middle class became educated. The greatest historical literature evolved from the independence movement. Jose Rizal electrified the country with his novels. The English and American literature that was taught in the schools was a factor in the kind of writing that was produced. Now, we'll talk about graphic arts. Filipino Academy of Art, established in 1821, shows early art reflecting Spanish and religious themes. Contemporary artists use a variety of techniques and mediums to reflect social and political life. Crafts reflect the national culture. Each area of the country has specialties that range from batik cotton prints of the Muslim areas to the wood carvings of the mountain provinces of Luzon. Baskets and mats were created from rattan. Textiles are woven by hand in cooperatives, storefronts, and homes. Furniture and decorative items are carved. Sex and violence are major themes in films, which are often adaptations of American screen productions. And last is the performing arts. Drama, before the Spanish colonization, was of a religious nature, and it was intended to persuade the deities to provide the necessities of life. The Spanish used drama to introduce the Catholic religion. Filipino themes in drama developed in the late 19th century as the Filipino independence movement evolved. Dance is a mixture of Filipino and Spanish cultures. Professional dance groups perform ballet, modern dance, and folk dance. Indigenous dances are used in historical pageants. An example is a bamboo dance relating a story about a bird moving among the reeds. And lastly, for the performing arts, people enjoy ballroom dancing. For recreation, dance instructors are available at parties to teach them the waltz and the cha-cha. I can't believe we're watching a play. Yeah, I heard other schools will be watching as well. Are we allowed to eat popcorn, sir? Yeah, sure. It will make me stress relief for being around with you kids for too long. Hey, get down from there, Johnny! Well, I think we'll finally be able to see an authentic Filipino play. Shut up, dude. The play is starting. Wow, she sounds so beautiful. Wait till the bird poops, huh? The bird is like Medusa, but poop edition. Shh. You know, I still think the play is pretty rad, isn't it? Don't have to tell me twice. Shh.
Now that you have finished the whole vlog, I would like to congratulate you because today you will surely have learned a lot from the cultural history of the Philippines. I hope that the information you gathered will not only imprint on your mind but also will permeate to your life. Thanks for watching, God bless, and have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informational videos.